Micky Vanderven says Spurs feel zero fear of United. Bulletin board fuel or brutal reality? They came out swinging, sir. Big final, Manchester United versus Spurs. Track record, they've beaten us 3 times this season, of course, but they are Spurs. What do you make of these comments, sir? I don't think they feel any fear. I think they're the slight underdog at the moment, even though they've won 3 times this season, had our number. What do you make of Spurs' comment from Micky, coming out of the press?
Lads, it's Tottenham. Just remember it. It's Tottenham. Like, they're not really a real club. They're even worse than us in the league.
Which is crazy.
We got to worry about ourselves. I really think the whole opponent dynamic as it relates to Manchester United in this final is not relevant. I think Manchester United needs to play at a professional level, which happened occasionally, maybe on a half by half basis. You saw it against Bilbao when Bilbao went down a man. We saw a confidence about United to take it to the team. We saw in the second half at home against Bilbao the confidence to take it to them and win the game. And I just feel like that switch is more mental, and it's where Amram wants to go, and he wants to push the players to be brave and take chances and work hard to cover for those mistakes. And I feel like we play scared sometimes, and so we are the ones who need to show no fear in the Europa League final. And Manchester United, who knows what United are going to show up?
100%. Because if United, we haven't done this all season, like you said. Try and find a consistent 90 minutes of football that we played this year. I don't know if you'll be able to do it, in terms of a performance. Stop to end. Like the FA Cup final that we beat City, that was a performance. We need to show a level of professionalism, even for a Spurs side that are somehow below us in the table. We need to show up and focus on our game and come out of the blocks hot, playing tight, crisp football, looking to dominate position. If we do that, we will win the game. If we go there and lip noodle and come out quiet and unconfident and nervous, there's a very good chance we lose this game because they're going to come, and this is as big of a game for them as it is for us. We know it. We feel like we're in hell. They're also in hell. They're putting a lot of onus on this piece of silverware. Who wouldn't? It's a great opportunity for both teams to bail out our season. So they're going to come flying out of the gates. They might be missing a couple key players. I don't think it's going to matter. And anything can happen in a cup final. So if United shows up and plays their ability, I have every confidence we can do the job. But I have no confidence that United's going to show up and play to their ability. That's the problem. Is like if we can't beat Spurs, we don't deserve to win this cup. But at the same time, dude, you don't show up for the first half and plan on showing up in the second half. That game could be over by the time the second half even begins.
Spurs are unbeaten in their last 5 against Manchester United under Postecoglou, so we haven't beat them with Big Ange. We've also been outscored 8-2.
Oof.
Tottenham are chasing their first trophy since 2008, so they're going to be hungry. They could be. It's one of those things where I feel like this comes down to the manager, where you got to expect a big 20 minutes out of Spurs and then that dump, and then that's when you go for it. It's almost like Sir Alex just knew how to play on the heartstrings a little bit, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Like we came out at Barca hard in the first 20 minutes in the
Dagger.
Champions League final, and I think Ronaldo hit the bar that goes in. We're probably got 4 Champions League titles. Maybe you break Barcelona early. That was kind of what we went for. You got to know when to go for it, when to pack it in. And I have a feeling that if we're able to play on those heartstrings a little bit with Tottenham, that we can be the one to show more confidence. We can be the ones to grow into the game. We can be the ones to win it. I mean, you look at, players like Casemiro coming into form, who's been there. He's not going to feel the pressure. And all these Spurs players, don't win nothing. So, I mean, looking to Manu, looking to Garnacho. Like, hey, Garnacho, some of those goals didn't go in, but he played against City. He put him to the sword in the final. So it's those little moments. Spurs also have some injury issues. Madison, he's out for the final. Son is coming back, but he's probably not going to be 100%. Obviously, we have injuries we're trying to deal with Euro. So it's going to be those little on the margins, kind of where we're going to win the final. But I'm just not worried about Spurs being too confident. Like, I think they're going to be more nervous than United. I feel like we got more veterans and we've recently won things. The question is, are we going to beat ourselves? Are we going to play like comic book defending? Like, and if we do, we will lose. Like, we will, if we play like we did against West Ham, we will lose by a significant margin. Like, we will lose by a significant margin. We play defense like we did against West Ham.
No, if we play like we played in the league, we got no chance. If we play like we sometimes play in the Europa League, we've got every chance in the world. And I think it's all about how does he set up tactically. I don't want to put too much on the tactics, but I think it's going to be a big part of how we weather that first opening 20, how we weather that first 45. And I think you want to play confident, but I would also let them come at you and then try and counter with this team, because we do have pace with Ahmad, with Garnacho now, with those two being options. It's all on United. If we can get our mentality straight, if we could show up like we showed up the FA Cup final a year ago, we win this game. But we haven't seen that team, we had not seen that team, even in some of the cup ties, fighting back, 7 minutes, 3 goals. That was like because the gun was to our head and we put ourselves in that position in the first place. I want like a steady 90-minute performance, even, last year getting to the FA Cup final. Like, we shot ourselves in the foot in that semifinal. We almost didn't make it. So it's like this team has a tendency to sometimes step up in the big matches, but we also show our true colors. And our true colors is we're weak mentally. We are weak mentally, and that's what I fear the most, is like you come out of the block soft, even a Spurs side that's not in a good moment, as bad as we are in the league, dude, they could put you under the sword quick. Richarlison, if he gets like a early brace and he's like duck walking, bro, we're going to be in fucking hell.
Don't concede early. Let us know what you think about Van der Ven's comments in the Europa League final. How are you feeling? Are you nervous? Are you confident United are going to hoist the Europa League trophy? Solve all of our problems. Like, subscribe, comment below, and we'll see you in the next Manchester United video.